Melissa here for Range Psychic. How you guys doing? Hey, Ivy. Another day, another dollar. So it's July 29th, 2025. Um, it is the longest July there's ever been. The never-ending July goes on and on and on and on. So today I'm here to take your questions. Any speculations are fine. Hey, he's sorry. Hey, Seascape, how are you? Hugs back. Any input, whatever. I love my community. Hey, Marjorie. Hey, Kathy. So, how's everybody? Hope you're all hanging in there. It's been another ridiculous week. We've all been entertained by how much Scotland hates Donald Trump. We all knew that anyway, but it was fun to see. Stupid golf course. And of course, the emoluments clause is non-existent. There's just there's nothing. There's nothing holding him back anymore. Uh, Epstein, of course, continuously in the news, and I don't know. It's hard to know whether how manipulative we're being or um, how stupid Trump is to want to pardon. I don't even. I mean, we all know that like he wants to pardon Ghislaine. Hey, Juanita. Of course he wants to. He wanted to before, and this ever happened. They're good friends. I just heard a commentator say it's possible that he knew Ghislaine before Epstein, and maybe that's how he met Epstein is through Ghislaine Maxwell. Um, but now I'm not sure. I don't. I haven't asked the guys yet, but will he pardon her or not? I don't know if he's just making it worse for himself with his base. Really, he wants to though, and he wants it to all go away, but it's not going away. And more and more is coming out. More and more will come out. Saying here, Seascape. Did I say hi, Juanita? I hope I did. I had to stop watching news for a while. We are all going through more hateful things, especially the kids and pregnant women being taken. Yeah, and I was also thinking about all the women in the red states, that have to deal with like they're like fugitives if they want to go have an abortion across state lines. They can't because they can't get one in their own state. It's like a death penalty, in almost in some states. I think it's just crazy. Uh, I would be surprised if like 50% of the female population left the red states. Uh, this is a weird time. Apparently, oh, my sound is breaking up. Is it any better now? Can you let me know? Can you hear me? How's it going with the sound? If worse comes to worse, I'll just remove the mic and hopefully I can use the computer, which seems to work fine. Is my sound still breaking up? Hey, Kay. Let me know. Oh, good. Maybe it's because there was a proximity between me and the mic, but I have it right here. I fantasize about like a $200 mic, one of those really proper ones that you see, and one day maybe I'll get like a really decent mic. That would be so wonderful. Hey, Selma. So, what are you guys thinking about? What's your world like right now? I know that I've been watching conversations with Korean um, Rosie's inside some. I don't watch now. I watch Spirit for who I really enjoy. I don't watch that many other psychics. Just whenever. Well, I did before I had my own show. And then when I got my own show, I just didn't want to bring anybody else's um, or get influenced by anybody. I wanted to just hear what the guys said and then maybe watch things afterwards. Um, but Karina, both Rosie and Karina have been talking about like this weird energy that a lot of empaths are feeling just because it's such a weird shift, a weird time. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. What's randomly breaking up? Oh my God, Steve. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about like unplugging this mic because what if there's no uh, like there's no sound at all if I do that. Um, South Park. Oh, that was amazing. Uh, I I feel like Rump wants to destroy. If he could obliterate South Park, he would, but he can't because they just signed the $1.6 billion contract. Okay. Oh my God. So I was thinking, I guess a lot of us were that it's the comedians, right, who use uh, sarcasm and mockery and whatever to bring the fascists down. And it brought me back to like a memory. Have you ever seen old clips of Charlie Chaplin of, um, making fun of Hitler? And that kind of like burst some kind of bubble. It really made a huge difference. And that's what Colbert and South Park and Jimmy Kimmel, that's what they are for us. And it's crazy how much, Arlen, that's an interesting question. It has crossed my mind. I can ask the guys um, that they're a distraction because I've been thinking that too. Like, what is it behind? What are they doing behind the Epstein files? So I'm going to ask that because I think it's both real and also a distraction, personally. But I'll ask the guy. Hey, Tamara, hi, nice to see you too. Um, and Celtic Steer. Did I say hi to you? Energy is rather erratic at the moment. Think twice before you take action. Watch being impatient. Yeah, and then we still have Mercury retrograde till the 11th of August. And this has been such an intense Mercury retrograde for me. All kinds of retro Mercury retrograde madness has been happening in my life. Just stupid, stupid things. Uh, I always think I can somehow avoid it, the influence of it, but I never can. It's going to catch me. At some point, I have to just go with it. Um, oh, it is cutting out. Okay, you guys, I am going to do something I shouldn't do. I'm going to unplug this mic. If I go silent, I'll try to get it back. Okay, can you hear me or not? I can go back into the settings. Let's see. Audio. Okay, is that better? Can you hear me now? Fantastic. Hey, Forest Dreams. Um, good. So I don't need to talk into this mic anymore because I'm just not here talking into my computer. Time for another microphone. HAC, hi. Oh, where was I going with that? I got distracted. Mercury retrograde. That's just how it's going to be. That was a Mercury retrograde thing, Mike. Good, good. I'll just, it's easy enough just to use the mic that's on the computer. Um, oh, never mind. Whatever I was going to say, it'll come back. Um, so let me ask the guys about the. It is okay. Okay, Celtic. We hear ya. I won't get a mic until after the 15th. Is it because it's still the storm, or is Mercury retrograde? Is it finished on the 15th? I think I was born with Mercury retrograde, so you can imagine it just compounds. And if I'm getting unintelligible with my speech, that's you can blame everything on Mercury retrograde today. Um, so is this just a distraction, or because I feel like I know that, or I ponder like Elon or Leon is continuing to feed Epstein fuel into the fire because he's the one who started us talking about it. He's not done yet, and he owns X. So he's got a huge a social media platform, and he wants to continue it because he knows that it gets uh, Rump out, outraged. Um, oh, JC, Mercury retrograde, but Uranus and Gemini is a real culprit. Oh, hey, Daniel, I'm just glad you're here. Yeah, thank you for being here. Never mind about being late. It's a Mercury retrograde show. Anything Mercury retrograde goes right now. So the guides say it has become a distraction, but it isn't. It's it's not. It's not being put forth. It's not generated by the administration as a distraction. They want people to just shut up about it because it really is a problem for them, which is why they, made such a show, which was a huge mistake to go so openly. Why couldn't they do anything quietly, like quietly go seeking and get her to come out with a statement, but nobody knows. The idea that like the brazenness of it, it's just insanity. And that's Rump. Nobody else is advising him. He's not listening to advice. Uh, Susie Wiles is just like, wanting to tear her hair out with this whole thing. It is a distraction, but it's not a distraction. Because it's really, really, really a problem. Because of course, we know he's all over those files, and he was like this with Epstein allegedly. Entertainment purposes only, according to the guys, and like history, what we can actually like prove. But yeah, well, that's what maddens me. The use of gaslighting. Rump thinks he can just gaslight us. And, I guess maybe his MAGA people have in the past to, believe whatever he said, no matter what the truth was. But now, because Leon has a MAGA bros all, stirred up. And think about the people who've come out against Trump and remain against him. Joe Rogan is one of them. There are others that are continuing to, stir the fire. That is all Musk. They're allied in a way with Musk. And there is this internal battle going on. And I've mentioned this before. The guys say, in the administration, the tech bros against the old guard. And then there's, the almost everyone is like that. But, the like Laura Loomers and the people who have their own agendas, or the people who are, I honestly think, entertainment purposes only, that Loomer is really like a handler for Hootie. And so is Vance. He's so shady. He reminds me of, he could be such a good like silent film actor in those days, silent films. Like he's the evil landlord, banker or something. He's got that look where he would just be perfect, like plotting to uh, kill the hero and lock the hero, um, the shadow, or Tyra on the railway tracks. He's that kind of, he looks like that kind of dude. Looks so shady all the time. Um, oh, not again. Here, I don't know why turning the computer. Um, let me see how my, whoops. Can you hear me now? Can you still hear me? Sound is off. Okay. See Mercury retrograde. We get to play. Yay. I'll turn it back on. Something is hold on, something is going off here. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm going to turn the sound back off. I'm going to see if I can turn off. It's probably another YouTube that's off. Oh, yes, it is. Here it is. I closed it. Okay. Going to turn my sound back on. Okay, here I am again. Sorry, I had to close out of another window where another YouTube show was going off. Is there a delay? Am I okay now? I really do apologize. This is so unexpected. Yeah, it's so hot here. Hot, 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 and the humidity is like over the roof. Okay, good. Maybe it's because I had that other window opened up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being patient. One day that $200 mic is going to be mine. I don't know what. If anybody has any recommendations on mics, let me know. I go through them so much, but I really don't spend very much money on them. Is the sound any better, Libra? Oh no. Well, watch the replay. Oh yeah, that's an interesting question. Uh, that I should do that. Look into Maxwell's prior life. Okay, the sound is bad again. Is the sound that bad? I hear much better, not good, better. Okay, just bear with me. I don't blame you if you go because of the poor quality of the sound. Good evening, Catherine. Okay, good. Oh, I want to tell everybody, good. So I want to give everybody a surprise. I have, I'm working on, I should say, another past life video. Another past life video, yes. And this one's on Lutnick. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, I'm sorry. I think it must be the internet. Um, I think, because I can't think of any other reason it would go choppy. And it looks like maybe we have a storm coming. The sky is kind of dark and just one of those Mercury retrograde things. Oh, good. Yeah, Celtic spirit. I agree with you. It's a combination of things. So it's good. I hope you look out for that past life. I think I'm going to download it either before or on Sunday. And I think you'll find it very, very interesting. I would give it away, but maybe not. Maybe I should just leave it as a little bit of a surprise. Although when you see my guys say he was in a past life, maybe not so surprised. Oh, good. Yeah. Um, one of the people I listen to on YouTube calls him Nutlick. He's such a weird dude, too. Oh my God. He's so well, they all have their own kind of like resonance of evil, and definitely like he has. Yes, Steve, Mercury retrograde. I I should like pray to the gods of Mercury to please let me finish this show with better sound quality. Thank you. And also, yes, of course, protection for everybody. I should probably always do that. I used to do that, didn't I, at the beginning of these lives, and now I kind of forgotten. Oh yeah, JC, you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to see. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe not. It's crazy when I actually compared the like pictures to how I do it the montage at the beginning. Whoa, whoa, and not always, but a lot of times I will argue with my guides and say this can't be. No, I don't see the connection, and then they kind of walk me through it, and then all of a sudden, boom! Oh my God, huge connection. So yeah, so that's coming. God. Seascape, I don't know what your comment, which comment? Um, hey, Brenda. Hey, Forest Dreams. Let's see. Letnick looks like one of those Nazis in Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, he really does. He looks like Colonel Clink. They should be wearing a monocle. Hey, Sharon. Uh, what are you saying, Catherine? I'm so interested in the video because I feel like I'm being punished for whatever things I must have been horrible in a past life. I don't know. I mean, in this past life, I mean, yeah, that, karma, the 1 + 2 = 3, where I did this to somebody, then they're going to do it back to me. I know that takes place, but what I believe is really happening in this lifetime, because we're right on the cusp of Aquarius and we're coming into this new age, this age of ascension, I think that we're dealing with a lot of interpersonal karma, Catherine, and I think it's not necessarily that you were so horrible. It's just that you may have picked all the most difficult people and personal situations to manifest in this life, because this is a lifetime where we actually come to, in my belief anyway, I'm sorry, no dogma here, a realization that it's time to cut the cords to all of that leftover karma from the whole age of Pisces and move on into Aquarius. So it can create very difficult life circumstances. So it's not necessarily that you've been horrible in the past life. You just are surrounded by people that you have very difficult relationships with, and maybe also habits and behavioral patterns and things. But this is a time to clear all that so we can be ready for what's coming, what's new. Anyway, just giving you another an alternative perception. Yeah, because the humans haven't. It's like just with personal karma, collective karma. I meant to put that up. The human beings have to work it out. The karma is still ongoing, and we didn't thoroughly, clear it the last whatever times that this kind of dynamic has come up, and we have to continue until it's cleared, or we enough of us decide to move forward. There's so much karma, and it's so it's almost identical to each lifetime. But we're, as human beings, we create this karma, and collectively we have to figure out how to clear it. Yeah, they came back to. Oh yeah, the other thing that I need to insert here is there is evil in the world. Evil creates this situation at times. It's not just it's not an even playing field. I truly believe that anyway, that evil exists, and evil can pervert collective karma because it wants what it wants. If you think about the personification of evil that we're seeing in this lifetime, like TL, right, or Rump, or not like Lennox, I should say, then that's the goal of evil, is to create such an unbearable situation that the human soul is enslaved, and they can destroy our planet, and they can do whatever they want until they're done. And then, like TL, who wants to implant his consciousness in some robot, he truly wants this, and he wants to be sent to Mars. So it's not, there is evil, and evil impacts, generations. So we have to figure out how to decide, what to do about it. What do we do about evil? We have to recognize evil, for sure, because it exists. It's not necessarily just because of karmic reasons. There are truly souls, I believe, who are demonic. So there's that. But that's complicated, and you don't have to agree with me. It's just what I think. So yeah, Mark, especially, yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to say especially, I meant to say exactly, sorry. The Confederates recycled to the Nazis, yeah. Um, yeah, what kind of life is Dale going to have? It's like a bit of like a chip in some android's brain, and you can't control what happens to you at some point. As much money as you might have, and however you factor into things, something could really go awry. It's pointless. It's pointless. And it's the opposite of spirituality, to not understand that we are souls and we are eternal. You don't have to plant your consciousness in a robot. Because consciousness is eternal as a soul. Oh, thank you, Steve. Truly appreciate that. Oh, you guys, please subscribe. I'm losing subscribers. And that always seems to happen. I don't know why YouTube does that and calls subscribers. I heard somebody else talking about it on another channel. But please like and make sure you're subscribed. I truly appreciate it, so I can stay and be able to do these for you. JC saying, so much rage, so much hate in Brooklyn, people bombing all over the place, no ascension here. Well, it's not necessarily, I don't know if manifestation of hate on Earth defines whether or not there's ascension. I think there's, 8 billion of us here, and there are, situations that heat up and intensify. There are dynamics in there. I think they're intentionally, also contrived. I believe for a very long time that the KGB, with the NRA, etc., they have this like evil scheme that created QAnon and MAGA and whatever through social media and the internet, where they actually and the dark web, where they put this out there and they can program these instances. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have ascension. A lot of subs are bots, yeah. Yeah, Stephen Goebbels Miller, 100%. So we're also at this time where, think about, for you, astrology akin people, and or those of you who are just talking about Pluto in Aquarius, and your Uranus also making Celtic seer. Do you know, like, is Uranus making hard aspects? Pluto is this planet of just life and death and evisceration, but then Phoenix-like resurgence. So it's in a very a powerful place right now that's really causing shifts and shaking things up. It's like we're at a place where the Earth's magna is churning, that like the Earth is being recreated or something. That's what it feels like. Whatever, true or not, that there is a belief, and I believe it, that the dimensions are being torn apart. I've said this in several videos, that the higher frequencies, that like the higher resonance, and higher vibratory beings, or the states of consciousness, are not copacetic with the lower resonance that's very, very dense. And Pluto and Aquarius kind of has brought us to this point where the dimensions are now split. So the denser emotions, the denser vibrations, the more negativity, it's all sinking. And on the other hand, the higher vibrations are rising up. And there's such a huge influx of light coming into this planet. And I have felt that for a long time. And it seems at odds with, such negativity and the evil around us. But it's an opportunity. And as we work on ourselves and as we open ourselves up to it, it's going to become stronger and stronger. And we truly will rise up as souls. Not everybody, but there's a good chunk of us that are rising with this ascension. Nobody said it was going to be a comfortable experience. I think we just assumed that it was going to feel great. This is a dawning of the age of Aquarius, right? No, it's very uncomfortable. But it is forcing us. It is really forcing us to walk our walk and do our work. It doesn't feel great, but that's what the challenge is. Let me see your questions here. So that's your answer, Celtic. History isn't taught, hence not learning a lesson. Keep repeating same old, same old. And we've been here before, you guys. We've all been here before in different lifetimes and seen this played out. And we've decided to come back anyway because it's our decision. And I think we've said this, we talked about this in other lives, we're here to help. We're here to help this process. It's like I believe that many of us knew in between lives that it was going to be difficult, but we have skills, and we also have karma to work out ourselves. But I think we're here because we've chosen to be here. We're in a 9 universal year ending, so much corruption at the top everywhere. It's sad. Yes. But hey Hazel, I do believe that we're coming to a point where it's all going to just, as my guide said, like implode on itself, burn itself out. It's going to destroy itself, and we're going to watch it be destroyed. But that doesn't mean that at the same time we're not rising higher, reaching higher spiritual places. Thank you, Lori. So let me see what my guides wanted to say, if they want to say any more about the Epstein stuff, and what else they want to say. How's that? Mark says, seemed like every 80 years, Civil War, World War II, and now, yeah. And JC says, just hard to feel the vibration lifting over here. Well, it has to live internally within. That's the challenge. As I said, no. Or nobody said it was going to be easy. We assumed it was, but it's hard. It's really, really hard, but it's necessary. Hey, Sana. Okay. So what do I need to tell you guys? The guides say, thank you. They're backing me up here. They're actually saying what I'm saying is really channeling what they're saying to you, which is it's a difficult time, but we chose to be here for this shift. It's such an important time because of what's coming in the future, what is being prepared, like preparing the ground, like when you're doing gardening and you break up the ground, to make way for the new seedlings and to give them space to grow and, to nurture them. This is kind of where we're at. And things will get better. But if you think about over all our lifetimes, not just this lifetime, how evil people have been, how that part of the population of Earth, what they have wrought, we have to, like purge it. That's right. Okay. The guides say we're in a time of purge. Okay, Celtic Seer, thank you. So again, it's the initial instruction they gave, which was what we're seeing in the administration and around the world. The evil is a huge inferno, and it's burning itself out. We need to stand at the periphery and not get drawn in, so we're burnt up too, because it will burn itself out. So the the challenge is to find peace, and this has always been the case in all lifetimes, and to connect to your higher self and to the beauty of the world and the light, despite what's going on around you. And you've been through this before, and life is very ephemeral, but we have to work on our own internal environment, our own internal ecosystem, so to speak. We have to find and make peace there. And there's many ways to do that, which there's so much beauty in the world. I always think music is just a mainline, really, connection to lifting the spirit. Seeing the beauty in nature, manifesting it yourself in art or song, however you do it, being grateful, appreciating everything that you have, seeing all the blessings around you, despite what they and remember this too. I want to say that they want the conspiracy, but the social, not social media is, well, yeah, social media is part of it, but I'm saying that the media is a tool to usurp the narrative and create a narrative, despite what's really happening in the world or around you, to cause fear, to cause hopelessness, to cause despair, to cause a feeling of powerlessness. And if they can do that, that is how fascists take over. So one of the huge, I want to say the huge, is that the right word? Most powerful tools for resistance is joy. Like Kamala has told us all along. Joy is the antidote, and not depending on whatever their narrative is to create joy. We create joy. We manifest joy. And we can, as a community, send love and light and connection to each other. We can help lift each other up. But to kind of sit back and watch your television or whatever, your YouTube, and think, wait for the next video that's going to tell you, everything has changed, or that or I should say that I shouldn't just say that. That's not right, because there's a lot of great YouTube out there and other social media that is really reflecting more a much more or trying to a different narrative, but like the mainstream narrative that it's owned by oligarchs and Paramount. It's controlled, so it's just going to feed back to you things that make you feel disconnected, things that hurt your soul, things that make you lonely, feeling abandoned, feeling scared. So it's really, really important to create your own narrative, because that narrative is not necessarily true, right? who knows? They're very canny. Uh, the mainstream media, along with this administration, especially, to make you feel however they want to make you feel. So you need to find the truth that resonates, and not just accept whatever. I mean, all these channels are being one by one bought by billionaires, right? That Trump controls, and that Putin controls, I would say too. So this is part of, why it's, as long as it lasts, that YouTube's great, and other media where we can actually, kind of challenge that narrative. I don't know if you ever watched the two Taras, Tara Dublin and Tara Devlin. That's a new show. I love watching that. There's, I enjoy watching Hal Sparks. I don't always agree with him, but he is very enjoyable. There's a Boston Brian that I started to watch a lot. His show's great. Of course, the Midas Touch Brothers and Legal AF, and there's a lot of alternative narrative out there. So we have to look to that. And just because it's NBC or CBS or whatever doesn't mean it's, obviously it probably means the opposite, like about the truth, about what they're reflecting. I mean, we've known that for a long time, right? Even before the election. JC here, love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one can offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Oh, beautiful lyrics. Yes. So what do you ask in Seascape? Will the shadow rich people who are helping Project 2025 and MAGA be exposed at any point? Well, I think they yes. I miss the guides, though. I believe that they already are. Like we heard more about Teal than I didn't know he existed a few years ago. Yeah, Selma, I do too. I listen to Stephanie Miller too. That's probably no. I heard of Hal Sparks back in the days of Pacifica, Radio Pacifica, when Al Franken was on. So, and you can, as YouTubers, you can create your narrative also. You can create your own shows. That's great about YouTube. Tarot gives you alternative narrative. Poetry gives you alternative narrative. So I guess Mercury Retrograde, interesting, because Mercury controls or influences personal expression. But this is an interesting time to be talking about creating our own narratives. What really resonates, as opposed to what we're told we should be thinking or feeling. Even stepping away, from whatever narrative, and just getting in touch with your own inner, self. Who's that? Yeah, I like how too. I found some guy, Jess Nate, who helps homeless people. He has a lot of uplifting videos. I'll have to watch him. Yeah, uplifting videos, stories about people helping each other. That is food for the soul. And there's so much love in this world, despite what we see, despite what they want us to believe. And it kind of blows my mind sometimes. And there's synchronicity. There's our guardian angels, the archangels, spirit. There's so much to tap into. So we need to, remember to tap into those kinds of things, whatever our belief systems are. Let's see. Am I on the right track here? Oh, they say yes. Oh, Glenn Kirshner, yeah. I'm going to put all these suggestions up. It's called Manufacturing Consensus, and Noam Chomsky detailed the media manipulation 40 years ago. Although Noam Chomsky, JC, has kind of become, isn't he connected with Epstein? He's become a little kind of, I thought he was becoming a little Trumpian, like not back in the day, but like now. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. Jamie Lee Curtis has uplifting TikToks. So we can take responsibility about reflecting a different narrative ourselves. We're humans, and we have the power to do that. Um, so, and think about this too: how many viewers the mainstream media has lost since the election. Um, they're desperate in trying to get viewers back. Yeah, Mark, I can't either. So let's see. And what I do at times like this, I know this because I did it uh, as a result of like when Trump initially got elected. I just kind of check out sometimes, and I'll watch other videos from other countries or movies from other countries like Bollywood or Korean dramas are just beautiful. Japanese dramas. Uh, you know, whatever country, it's really interesting to watch other cultures. So that really helps me. Or maybe I'll go on a spree of watching old movies from 40s, but just to step away, because again, are we being manipulated by the media? That was like one of the first comments right at the beginning of this video in terms of the Epstein stuff. Forrest Drew says we need to program ourselves and keep refining and evolving. Our personal work transforms the quantum field. 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're in this battle, right? Could say dark and light, good and evil, good versus evil. But that's challenging us to do exactly what Forrest Dream says. And that's required now. We need to reprogram the quantum field. Didn't Deepak Chopra say, probably going to mess this up, but if it's to do with if enough people pray for peace, the critical mass, then it shall be so. Yeah, JC, he has veered off track a little bit recently, which is kind of shocking because, but people do. It happens. So the guides are saying, and please keep on asking your questions. I'm just going to consult them and then, until I notice your comments. The guides say that there's oh, this makes me want to cry. There's so much beauty on the earth right now, as above, so below. And they want you to know that, the angels are around us. Please just ask and pray for them to, make their presence known, and they'll just be right there. They have not abandoned us. Butterfly effect. Yeah. That's what they want to tell you. And it really helps me if I find myself just, and I get overwhelmed, and I experience this terrible energy that's been floating about in the collective. But if I just simply meditate for just a few minutes and just come into the present, I can't tell you how much that helps me. And all of a sudden I look around and go, oh, wow. Isn't that tree beautiful? And oh, look at the sunflowers. Or, it just brings me to that point, and then I kind of move forward. And it's really nice just to do something so simple as that. Wow, you just gave me the chills, Mark. They say there are over 200 million light workers now in the world. We are at a critical mass. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. But I feel that that's resonating. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, the guides are reminding us that, we manifested for this and watch the miracles happen, you know? Oh, wow. Um, like fireworks going off. That's what they're showing me. Um, yeah, I agree. Me too. Somebody being nice to me makes me so happy. Just simple kindness. So let me think of any other political thing. It seems to me that what Trump going to Scotland, and which I mentioned earlier, and the whole grift, and he's becoming more brazen. Um, and it's like he doesn't care anymore. Oh, somebody asked about the elections. It was about Florida. I do think he thinks we're not going to have any more elections. We're going to shut it down. But he's worried about them too. So he probably goes back and forth. Um, so let's ask about the elections. Did you want me to do that? Would you like me to do that about the forthcoming ones? Um, the guys still tell me, because I've asked this before, that the elections are going to be fine, and Trump or Rump won't be able. The Republicans won't be able to shut them down. It's not going to work. That's what they want to tell you. I hope I'm right. I hope in the future that's. When I say I hope I'm right, I just mean I'm hearing them clearly, and my emotions are getting in the way. But they say no, they're going to be fine. There's a lot that's going to happen between now and then. Just, you know, buckle buckle up your seatbelts. It's only bloody July. Oh my god! How can time pass like this? It doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I agree with you. Me too. And I think that they feel the same way when they see our protests. Mark says, I call him rump roast and he's overdone. So Sharon, you're saying, will some states be able to redistrict before the midterms? That's a really good question. No. Oh my God, there's something that's going to change. Something's going to make it very difficult. So I mean, that could be for the better or worse because the I heard was it New York or New Jersey Democrats were talking about if Texas or is it Texas that wants to take 5 seats away from the Democrats, then the Democratic states are going to give 5 seats back, something like that. Um, it's a struggle in the courts, but there's other things that are going to be happening somehow to give us good, free, clear elections. That's what they say. There's so much that's going to happen, even in the next few months. That's going to change everything. Um, it's kind of like Rome playing itself out, to the bitter end, right? Newsom Pritchard said they would redistrict if Texas does that. Yeah, I heard that too. Um, Apyap says she's heard a new or person's heard a new name. I don't know if you're she or he. I heard a new name to me, nicknamed the Ogre. Ogre. He's looking weirder and weirder, more pale. Everybody's um, ragging on him for like the golf video where they show like him cheating at golf. Have you been seeing that? Oh my god. So not to be in fear, you guys, even though it's a little frightening to hear about Florida, everything's going to change. The guides say they just want to calm everybody down and things are going to be okay. Karma will take hold. Justice will reign. Yeah. So, yeah, they want people to um, yeah, just breathe, work on, like cleansing your aura, cleansing your house, listening to beautiful music or creating beautiful music or watching a great film. It just takes some time. Don't let the narrative hijack you and your consciousness. The mainstream narrative. Don't let it. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Um, yes, I agree with you. Man, oh Shepherds. He's Forrest Dream says he's a ghoulish grifting golfer. And grifter should be capitalized in all caps. So, any other questions? I can always ask the guys more. I should ask them that. I should ask them if there's more they want to tell me. No, they say that that's the main message today, what we've talked about already. Um, right now, the energies, they say, just are really intense. And they'll probably remain that way for not that much longer. A couple more weeks of this, this feeling, and then it should dissipate some. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Four Stream says, I believe that the higher energies have the power. I think the divine feminine was always going to be here now. Yes. Think on the divine feminine. Be a channel to bring her in, or to bring it in. Gargator, I can't answer personal. Oh, I can't say can't, but I tend not to answer personal questions on this channel. This is like for the collective. But if you want a personal reading with me, you can email me at sacredfirepsychicreadings@gmail.com. Or you guys, I don't mind giving out my business phone, which is 734-773-9758. And if you want to set something up, because your information is private, it's personal to you, and that's why I don't tend to just. Though Spirit Whisperer has a channel where he gets together with other mediums and he does that. He answers your questions. So FYI, just so you know, it's free. So yeah, if you want to get your answers, through YouTube, yeah, try him, Spirit Whisper. Apiop, that's a good question. Is there anything at all that we can do about ICE, or will anything stop them now that they have all the additional funding? Oh yeah, kind of doubt that all that funding's going to go to them, though. With the grifters in power, when there's so much corruption, I think a lot of that money is probably intended to. I don't know what's going to happen to it, but it's probably intended for people's pockets, bank accounts, offshore, whatever. Yeah, because that's an awful lot of money. Yeah, so the big bill, ugly, horrible bill. If you really scrutinize it, this is what the guys are saying. It was intended for grift, to steal. It's actually a heist. So a lot of this money is not going to go to whatever causes. Not that, they're not going to spend money on ICE or whatever, but a lot of that money is intended to go to people who, to take it, to embezzle it or whatever. It's not meant to, kind of like what happened with COVID money, allegedly anyway. It's not, they over like they really kind of like blew up the ICE budget so they could take from it. Yeah, crime of the century, damn right. Because they're all criminals. I mean, the president of so-called president of the United States is a convicted criminal, and a lot of his cabinet members are convicted criminals. Some actually haven't spent time in prison. So how sad it is, how gaslit we've been. We forget this. They're going to do what criminals do. Criminals are going to criminal. That's just what they do. Um, yes, exactly. They're hiding the shifting of money in these new bills. So, oh, you're welcome, Gargator. Um, well, that might be true, JC, but I think and you could be right, but I'm getting from the guides that the main intent is to steal it, to not spend it on anything, to not spend it on martial law or anything. They probably, think about this. Rump doesn't pay people. He leaves. He can do all this stuff and not have the government pay them. He's really good at that. Really, really good at that. They want the money. It's a heist. That's what guides say. I could be wrong. I'm just asking the guides. So, let me ask about ICE before I go, because it's 4:01 now, but it's okay. I don't like abrupt endings. Even when I do readings, I don't like to abruptly end a reading. So I will go over a few minutes just, to take care of a question or something. Let's see. ICE is a mess. It's so disorganized. Some people will get paid a huge amount. Some people won't get paid at all. And in the end, it's a mess. It's like there's no leadership there. They're doing these raids and everything, but it's disorganized. It's chaotic, and in the end, it will become ineffective. That's what they say. Trump's replaying the golden flying turd is costing taxpayers close to $1 billion, but it's disguised in recent bills. He's stealing so much money from us. I'm going to ask the guys that just one more question about that. Like, will we get paid back? Will the taxpayers get their money back for all the grifting? Yes, the guys say, kind of like what they did, like, with sanctions, the Russian sanctions, and then their money was taken and given to Ukraine or whatever. The guys are showing a potential where this grifted money is going to be returned back to the treasury. So I'll leave you on that. We can only hope. Okay, guys, I love you. Here, I'll leave with Forrest Green's statement, Keystone Cops meets Gestapo. Yes. Oh my God. You guys take care. I'll watch out, please, for my past life on Lutnick. And I'll release that at least by Sunday, but I'll try to get out earlier. And I'll take care. I'll take care. No, you take care. Mercury Retrograde. Take care of yourselves. That's what I really meant to say. I love you. Bye-bye.